Well, what the hell? How about another DCEU video? Could it be that it's a bit overblown and not as bad as we thought? Well, one can hope. So here we are at Cosmic Book News, who's weighing in on this. They're going to drop Batman and Superman for a female trinity. So you have Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Batgirl. Yeah, none of those nasty men around. And so there you go. Oh, remember that? Yeah, well, that's gone. You're not getting that. So anyway, so then the first thing what people refer to is Ezra Miller's, saying, hey, no power or force in any known megaverse would or could ever erase Zack Snyder's mighty... That's not how you spell works, Ezra. You can take that quote. Take that to the bank, to the press, to the schools, to the military, and to the other pillar of capitalism. I'm forgetting because of that thing where you tried to think, oh, God, he's so annoying, even when he's just writing, But this doesn't really debunk anything. Yes, the movies that Zack did for the DC characters will still be available, probably still making money long after this stuff is forgotten. But anyway... that's all you can take it that way. That doesn't necessarily mean he says, no, none of that stuff's true. They're not doing that. So he could have said that, but he really didn't. So that's not really debunking it. So anyway, Matt McClellan weighs in on this. He says, my own thought is that the Flash won't specifically erase the Snyderverse, as that would be a PR disaster for WB. Well... You're thinking they're smart enough to figure that out, but so far, I don't see any evidence of them being all that smart. As I've previously been told, it will be a soft reboot. Yeah, he heard this back in 2019 about Abrams coming in and Matt Reeves and all that. You would get Gal Gadot and Momoa and, of course, Ezra, but Superman and Batman, they're going to get changed because they're not going to go with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. And at the time, we just thought, okay, that was that. There would be these new actors playing the roles, which would be not my preferred outcome, but better than what this is talking about. So anyways, going back to the people who were saying, yeah, I'm hearing about that, the erasure of Snyderverse and all that, and then Ezra weighing in on it. And then this is an important thing. People keep referring to it as Grace Randolph was the source of all this. She wasn't. There were multiple sources. And the usual suspects of people who leak stuff are all going, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's it. So then this guy weighs in and says, well, I think people are using the term erasing to an extreme. Yeah. I don't take it as them erasing anything. It sounds more like a new universe is created, using old and new elements with similar ideas and origins occurring. That will be the main universe. So it's not erasing. It's just relegated to some other universe that will never be seen again, which is the same result. So... yeah, so then this other thing about the screen test. I haven't been in it yet, so we'll see how that goes. But this is referring that they're going to watch very closely. Come on, I don't think so. But that way you want to get over. They'll watch Sasha Calle Supergirl and see how the audience responds to her as to whether or not they want to go forward with just Supergirl and not Superman. But if it doesn't work out, they're like, hey, Henry, can you come back? Anyway, the usual stuff. Yeah, Zod and Fayar will be in the Flash movie, and some repurposed footage of Man of Steel for Cavill. So Cavill apparently did not show up to shoot any scenes. So there's that. Black Canary and Michael Keaton will train Leslie Grace to be Batgirl, and then Michael Keaton, you're the protector of Gotham, and so that's how she replaces Batman. I don't know if this means that Ben Affleck is dead at the end of The Flash and Michael Keaton gets stuck in the DCEU and just becomes a mentor figure for that Batgirl movie, and that's about how that works out. Or they time warped everything where he was Batman all along and there never was a Ben Affleck Batman and he was just really old and his Batman career ended some time ago. And I don't know, there just never was a Superman either, because now there's only Supergirl, I guess. None of it really makes a whole lot of sense, but hey, I'm sure they'll figure it all out. So then he goes through all the Grace Randolph stuff and all that, and she's talking about what it'll do, and here's this little exchange where this guy just wants to hear about Batfleck. He's tired of hearing about Keaton this and Keaton that. He just wants to hear about Batfleck. And she says, it's his last appearance, as Ben Affleck wished. You should respect that. Well, that's not the point he's making. He's just saying he's not hearing a lot about it, and you should respect that. Well, okay, Ben Affleck doesn't want to play the role anymore. I don't see why you have to burn the whole thing down just because he won't be in the suit. There's other actors who could have cast to continue the storyline set down by this version of Batman. But for some reason, they just can't figure that out. So then I guess whoever this is responds again, just tells whether Keaton will replace Batfleck. And of course, not really. Batgirl is. Doesn't mean Keaton is, he's an 80-year-old Batman. He's in good shape and everything, for a guy his age and all that. But it's like, come on. And it's just this stupid thing of why didn't they just do the Batman Beyond film with Keaton? Instead, they're just going to take some of the trappings of that and glom it onto Batgirl, when it's kind of an insult to Batgirl. Her own story isn't good enough, So there you go. So then he goes back to referring that, yes, this is what he was told. And then Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams, they're both, they started out together and all that sort of stuff. So this is very much some bad robot shenanigans going on here. Because, Walter Hamada wanted them to do for DC what they did for Star Trek. Yeah. Well, at least Captain Kirk was still a man in those movies. But then again, and then there was STD and Picard. Oh, God. Anyway, so this will be a new DCEU. So, but Matt Reeves' Batman is not involved in any of that. So it's separate. So DC, the shared universe version of superhero stories is DCEU. Everything else is its own thing. And J.J. Abrams' Superman will be its own thing and that sort of stuff. But the shared universe, see how long that can last with no Batman and no Superman. Yeah. Well, you got Shazam and Black Adam until they screw that up. But, of course, Black Adam, I want to take on Superman. Well, is that still in the cards? Anyway, so there'll be a new Justice League. Or Flash, Supergirl, and Shazam will form a new Justice League team. But then if everything's time warped and whatnot, is it really new? I don't know. Shazam is joining the Justice League 2022, starting out with some great news. Yeah. But the problem is, it's at what cost, Yeah. So there you go, new DCEU. You're gonna have to change that picture. What are those guys doing there? Why are they still there, huh? You could get them out of there. Yeah, and it's got to be all female. Yeah. Yes. How big is Wonder Woman's role, do you know? Small, but a bit more than a can. Oh, in the Flash movie, yeah, she's in there. Gal Gadot shot some scenes. So she's actually in it, but, just a few scenes. So that's a little more than reused footage from Man of Steel for Superman, But, But, you can't have that anymore. And you're going to take this and like it. I don't think so. So, I don't think any of this really pours any water on it. Mikey Sutton is still hoping, and I hope he's right, but I don't know. And he's Ezra Miller debunks Flash rumors erasing the Snyderverse. And he's still saying Ben Affleck will be back. He'll be in the Batgirl movie and all that. I think he's the only one saying it at this point. But, well, gee, I hope he's right. But I don't know. And he's talking about a lot of these rumors are kind of old, and some of them are about the, rebooting DCEU and all that stuff. But, it's just the way things have been, and their attitude and their weird obsession with wokeness and whatnot. It kind of fits right in that would be the result. So, yeah, I just thought I would check in on this. Hopefully Sutton's right. Sutton's been right about a lot of things, but at this point, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of wishful thinking. Oh, what was that? And just, it's the possibility that the screen test won't go well and they'll reshoot stuff, maybe. I don't know. Or they've got two different endings. And I've heard that. That'd been a while, too. And that was, the idea is that there were two different endings where Ben Affleck dies in it and then another one where he doesn't. And maybe that could be the deal, too. But, boy, I tell you, it just kind of fits. I mean, meanwhile, over at DC Comics, they've literally ripped Superman. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say that because it's a bad word. His back door was violated there. How about that? There you go. Yeah. Plus, they're going to kill him again. I think they already have. Can't remember. Don't care. DC Comics is dead. So yeah, this seems highly likely. So I'm sorry, that doesn't seem to be any news that really knocks down the rumors so far. So, but yeah, one can hope, I guess. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.